Alright, woke up a little earlier today. Still not really awake. Don't hate on the seat covers. You know, it's my mom's car. And it's the daily. Go to Walmart, gonna go get some oil, a filter, and try to install my wideband all before I go to work today. So it's still too early. I'm still hungry, haven't drinking coffee, ruining my schedule, but the Evo needs a nice oil change, so we'll try to go get that done. I only get my oil at Walmart, by the way. Very good prices. They got good filters too. Oh shit. Subway. Alright, here's the AM wideband that I got. Got it through my friend AJ, who owns Endless Auto here in Milwaukee. He got me a really good deal on it. These go for about $200. He got it for me for $165. Great deal. This is the newer version sensor. It's the 4110. A lot of people like it. He also got me a single pod pillar, which I wanted the single pod for my Evo. I didn't want too many. I think 3 gauges on the pillar is just too much. And I got the boost one right on the console. I don't really need much than that. So this is from Autometer, the single pod. This is only like 35 bucks, but he got me the pod and the brand new wideband for the price that I would have paid just for the wideband. So right now I just sort of test fitted it in there. Here's everything you get with it. You get instructions, you get a sticker. You get a harness, 2 harnesses actually. This will be for your power, ground, and this will plug in directly into the O2 sensor and into the back of the gauge. This will be the sensor. Nice, brand new, long wires, so I'm sure everything's gonna reach. You know, like all I need is just to unscrew the secondary O2, screw this one in. Comes with all the hardware, everything you need. So it even comes with this piece, so you can drill a hole and get this welded in, so you can screw this one in too. You don't have to unscrew your secondary. But I'm just gonna get my car tuned, get the secondary removed. That way I can still pass emissions. You can have up to 2 readiness monitors not being ready in order to pass emissions. Anything over that is going to be a fail. So 1 is fine with me, and it'll save me the trouble of drilling a hole and welding something in. So that's it for now. I'll try to go into the garage and start on the car, but I gotta go to work in a little bit. Alright, got the car a little warmed up, jacked up on jack stands. I always start off by taking the oil cap off first. It'll flow a lot better if you take the cap off first and then loosen the drain plug. Always look at it too, make sure it's not really milky or anything like that, you know. Drain plug should be a 17mm nut, unless you got an upgraded one, which I have the Blocks Racing magnetic one. It's nice to have, you know, catches all the metal and everything. So break that loose, and then you got your oil filter here. If you can't do it with your hand, one of these would be a great investment. I got this one from Mac. It's adjustable. Grab your filter. Comes right loose. Pretty hard to do one hand though, but that's the MAP O2 dump, 3-inch down pipe. I need some intercooler piping. That shit lame. Didn't have time to do the wideband today. Maybe I'll do it tonight after work. I just found out down on my exhaust I have another bong for another O2 that I can put. So I'll probably just throw my wideband in there. But oil change is done. Now to check it. Alright, here's the AEM oxygen sensor. Long wires should be able to reach. If you take the cap off, it already has anti-seize grease on it, and I was able to get that bong off, so I'll be placing it there. Now, just to figure out the closest way to run the wires. There should be a hole where the current O2 wires go through, and I'll try to go through there. All right, I had to mod up the hole on the bottom a little bit, not a lot. I don't know why AEM made their plugs this big. I don't know if it's the only way, but this plug is a lot bigger than the OEM plug, so it barely fit through that hole. I just cut it a little bit, but enough so I could still put that grommet over the hole from the secondary. Alright, there's the hole right there. See, I just cut a little bit here, a little bit here. I'll make it a little cleaner than it is now. And that way this grommet right here will fit and still go over. Just make a little slit right there, cover it up. Now I'll just find a nice way to tie this up so the wires aren't hanging down. Probably right here where this one is. Make sure it's nice and tight and you'll be good to go. Well, for the dirty part of it. Alright, once you're inside the car, you can pop the pillar off. It's just, there's no screws, you just pop it in and out. I just went from up here and then just popped it down. Take this out, that way you can mount your other pillar the way you want. You can make a hole for your wires. Alright, so what I want to do now is position my pillar where I want it. What I'm going to do is put it just about that far, so that way I can get my wires from under here, and that way you won't see the wires or a gap or anything like that. I'm gonna drill some holes, so if you're gonna do this, make sure the drill bit's a little smaller than these little clips right here that you get with the gauge. That way when I press them through, it'll clip in nice, you won't even see it, you won't see any bolts or anything like that. So, off to drilling. Alright, time to test fit it and see if my power and grounds work. I don't have the sensor hooked up, no need to. I just want to see if the power wire that I have going to the cigarette lighter fuse is my power, and then I have the ground just going to a bolt that's against metal. That way, if that fuse breaks, it won't cause any damage, it's just gonna cut the current. So let's see.
But glass of carry on, and there's probably 80K in that carry on. I ain't talking the bag,
Everything works so far. So I'll plug in the sensor and put everything in nicely and go from there. Alright, there you have it, everyone. That's how I installed my AM wideband. Go from the hole on the bottom under the passenger seat, route it through your console, power and ground it to a good source you can find. The power, I did it right off the cigarette lighter fuse. That way it's the safest for me, easiest, and it only comes on when my key's on in the ignition on the on position. It's pretty simple. Next thing is to take the car for a drive. Let it warm up a little bit at least, you know, so the sensor will start reading correctly. Take it for a drive. You don't want to be lean. It comes with instructions for 93 octane gasoline, methanol, what kind of air fuels you want to be looking for. What I want to be looking for is 12s, maybe high 12s. As long as I'm not over 14, 15, that's you know, leaning out. I don't want to be there. If that's the case, I'm getting a tune, but I need a couple other parts that I'm thinking about getting. So thanks for watching, and subscribe. Please like the videos, comment if you have any questions. I'll take my time out of my day to come back with some answers. Thank you.